Hi everyone, my name's Bob McCarran. I'm actually a special effects makeup artist. I work in film, TV and theatre. And of course, especially in theatre, Phantom of the Opera. In fact, I have been working on Phantom of the Opera for more than 33 years. This has taken me to China, Korea, Turkey, Moscow, London, all over the world. I started makeup actually when I was 13 years old, and I'm still learning. And I think you have to keep on learning no matter what age. So Phantom has taught me many things. In Phantom of the Opera, not only do we look after the Phantom, but of course the whole cast, more than 30 members of the cast, many of them wearing special character makeup, beauty makeup. So we do the range from what you might call street makeup all the way through to the best style of theatre makeup and film makeup. What I've always tried to do with Phantom is to make the actual makeup film quality. We're not talking about makeup that you would normally have in the theatre. We do a film quality makeup. In fact, the makeup, when I teach the local makeup artists, so here in China, I have a local Chinese makeup artist, and it takes her 2.5 hours to put the makeup on the Phantom. So she has to practice this 22 times on a stand-in male model until her speed increases, and she can actually do this makeup in 1 hour. But the prosthetics are put on all over the face, and it's a bit like having a helmet put on, like in the old days of the knights and fighting the dragons. And for the first week, the Phantom feels very enclosed, very tight. But eventually, and most Phantoms around the world tell me, it takes about 7 or 9 days to get used to it. And believe it or not, they even forget it's there, and sometimes they scratch their head and they go, oh, this is not my head. In China we have 3 main Phantoms. Every Phantom makeup is custom made for that Phantom, so it fits that Phantom perfectly. The mask is actually sculptured onto the Phantom's head. You'll see a head here of one of our Phantoms. And we sculpture the mask actually on the face. So eventually it will be colored, and this is stage 1, this is stage 2, and at the moment I'm working on stage 3. The mask will be colored, and inside the mask, most people never see this, but in here is the finest of leather. This leather is made in London, and I've tried in every country around the world to find something as good. But this is very old-fashioned leather, it comes from the late 1890s. And in fact, that's when Phantom takes part. It's the late 1890s in supposedly the French Opera House. So to begin, when I first meet the actor, nowadays we send the actor to have their head scanned. Normally we take an impression with plaster and make a copy of the actor's head. Nowadays we can send him, he sits still for 2 minutes and the computer scans the head, I'm sent the head, and then we sculpture. And you're lucky to see this. This is called the map, and these are where the prosthetics actually go. And each prosthetic is made individually for the actor and then made in a mold. Now, because we have 3 Phantoms, we actually have 122 plaster molds of the prosthetics. The prosthetics themselves are rubber, like a foam rubber, and we mix up the ingredients in a large mixer, like you would mix up a fresh bread dough. They're then poured into the plaster molds, and they're put into a laboratory oven and are baked for 4 hours. And then each individual piece comes out, and this is glued onto a bald cap of the actor. And once these are all glued on, they're made up, and then the actor has the wig put on and is ready to go. But an interesting thing, and nobody really knows this, at the end of the night, when the show is finished, the Phantom comes in the dressing room, the wig is removed very carefully and sent to the wig department, but the whole face has to be taken off, and because it's only used once, it gets put in the bin. So every day, every performance for years and years, it is a brand new makeup. So we never can reuse it.